We need to come up with a solution to these problems so that people can escape this misery and improve their situation.
Peter, what is your idea?
Tell the town criers to spread out in the city and announce that everyone should gather at the church for an important meeting. I know what we must do.
I will carry out your command immediately. The town criers spread throughout the city, inviting all people to gather for Pope Urban II's speech at the great church of Clermont, France. Before long, everyone, from the poor to the rich, knights and monks, had gathered in the church, and the Pope began his speech.
Christian people, the Holy Land has fallen into enemy hands. Your brothers in the east are being slaughtered. Where is your honor? Where is your bravery? We must go to their aid.
Father, is this a divine command?
Yes, my child. This is God's will. Whoever participates in this war will have their sins forgiven. The path to heaven is open to you.
And just that one sentence was enough to send thousands of people from Europe on a journey that was not going to end anytime soon. When the crowd returned to their homes, the high-ranking monk, filled with questions, approached the Pope and said,
Pater Sancta, may I ask you something? Of course, my child. Why do you look so hesitant?
You said that this war is God's will, and that we must go to defend our Christian brothers from being killed by the Muslims. But is that really the truth?
The truth is that Europe is in ruins. Kings and knights are tearing each other apart. People are starving, and our lands are scarce. But beyond the seas, there is a rich land full of gold, fertile lands, and thriving cities. If we send the Crusaders east, they won't turn against each other in Europe, and there they will fight in the name of God.
So this war is more about power than faith.
Faith justifies power. Without power, faith fades as well. If we win this war, Christianity will not only reclaim Jerusalem, but will dominate the entire Middle East. I will not just be the Pope of Europe, I will become the leader of all Christians.
So, God didn't truly command this war, but you sold it to the people?
My child, sometimes the truth is a burden too heavy for all to bear. Let the people believe what moves them forward. Faith without action is not faith.
And finally, a massive army set out. Professional knights, peasants armed with nothing but a knife, monks carrying both the holy book and a sword. But when they reached Anatolia, or modern-day Turkey, something felt off.
Something isn't right here. This silence is too strange. You feel it too, Bohemond? You think it's an ambush?
The Seljuks! They are coming down from the hills! We're surrounded!
Kilij Arslan I, the Seljuk Sultan, knew that if this massive crusader army reached Syria, his challenge would be much greater. So what did he do? The best thing a Turkish commander could do: set up an ambush.
The Europeans think that with their heavy armor and their crosses, they can survive in our lands. Show them that this is our home.
Knights from defensive lines! Shields up!
A rain of arrows began to fall from the sky. The Crusaders raised their shields, but some fall to the ground.
Hold the line, my brothers! Reinforcements are on the way!
The Crusader army, led by Bohemond and Godfrey of Bouillon, was trapped. Thousands of arrows rained down, Seljuk cavalry attacked swiftly, and the Crusaders had no way to escape. But at this moment, the tide turned. That's right, reinforcements arrived.
For Christ, do not leave our brothers behind. Charge!
The Seljuks, who thought victory was certain, were suddenly faced with a fresh wave of knights. The Crusader army split into two forces and attacked from both sides. The Seljuks had no choice but to retreat.
Retreat! They were more than we expected.
We won, but we lost too many of our brothers. We must continue to their blood and reach our ultimate goal. Our path to Antioch and then to Jerusalem is now open. This is just the beginning.
With victory in the Battle of Doriaeum, the Crusaders managed to win their first battle and cleared their path toward Antioch and ultimately Jerusalem. But this was only the beginning of the Crusades. To hear the rest of the story, stay tuned for Time Warriors in the coming weeks and support us by sharing this video.